Hi friends, I'm Vinay Panjwani, documentary photographer and a photography trainer. Today, I'm going to be talking about adjusting your exposure using ISO in a camera. We spoke in our previous videos regarding correct exposures. So basically correct exposure means capturing the right amount of light. And when we say capturing an image, we also explained it is all about capturing reflected light. The three images here seem to be too bright, too dark, and correct. So they are termed as overexposed, underexposed, and balanced exposed. We need to capture correctly exposed images. Using a combination of aperture, shutter, and ISO, we can achieve the right exposure. In this video, we will be talking only about ISO and its impact on exposure. So what is ISO? ISO is nothing but the sensitivity of the image sensor to available light. In earlier times, it was the sensitivity of the film. It was fixed. You could not change the ISO. But now, on a DSLR, you can change the ISO of the image sensor. All I need to do is depress the ISO button and rotate the dial to change the ISO values. This diagram explains the correlation between the ISO and the exposures. As I keep increasing my ISO number, the exposure getting better. Basically, the brightness increases. To explain this, we set up the camera at a particular place and try to take images with different ISO levels. The first image was taken at ISO 320 and we got this shot. It looks underexposed. We increase the ISO to 640 and you see we have a slightly better image in terms of exposure. It got a little brighter. To increase the exposure a little bit more, we pushed the ISO even more from 640 to 2500 and took a picture and we got a much more brighter image. So basically, as I kept increasing my ISO figures, I started getting better exposures or brighter exposures. It can be the reverse. If you have a very bright image and you reduce the ISO, you get a lesser exposed image or you get a slightly darker image. You also need to be careful in using ISO. For example, in this image, if the image was too dark, I had to push the image sensor to an ISO of 51,200. Now because of the lovely technology that the modern cameras have, you still get a pretty usable image. But when you zoom in 100% or 200%, you start seeing there's a lot of green in the image. But it's still better than not getting the image at all. But what I'm trying to tell you is, please use the ISO as the last tool amongst the three tools explained in the ISO triangle, in the exposure triangle. I hope this video was useful and you enjoyed watching it. Thank you.